Today's My Thoughts Monday is brought to you by GymAware, the leading tool when measuring performance in the weight room. Guys, VBT is all the craze right now. It's a hot, sexy topic, although it's something that's been around for a while. And the man who wrote the book on velocity-based training, Brian Mann, has called the GymAware the Rolls Royce when it comes to velocity measuring devices. Guys, the ability for you to shoot all your information right up into the cloud and store it right away is enough for me right there to make sure that this is something that I had in my weight room. Putting things together with instant feedback as to how the reps are being performed. On top of that, with the x-axis correction, so you don't have to necessarily worry about direct positioning when you're performing the exercises. Tying that in with the visualization of everything and the ability to allow the athletes to compete. Make this an absolutely stellar tool and something I couldn't recommend you having in your weight room enough. Hop on over to kinetic.com.au today and see everything that they have to offer. Hey everybody, if you enjoy the podcast and the content it provides, be sure to hop over and check out the community. The community is an exclusive members website that is just an extension of what we do here in July at the Central Virginia Sport Performance Seminar. What it is a combination of video lectures, a coach's corner with your Monday morning take-home information, and a forum where you can talk about anything and everything related to the field of strength and conditioning. In the community, you'll find content added each month from some of the top practitioners in the world, ranging from PhDs to high-level coaches, bringing you exactly what they're doing with their athletes or their research at the present moment. On top of that, an additional discussion by coaches bringing you that Monday morning information, things that you can add to your training program right away. Tying that in with the opportunity to discuss with coaches around the world in the forum on anything and everything from the topics addressed in these presentations to whatever you're seeing in your daily life as a coach. If this sounds like the right thing for you and your staff, go ahead and hop over to cvasps.com/community and try it out for 48 hours for just $1. If you like it, you're signed up, ready to roll, and you're jumping into all the great content added each month. If not, feel free to go ahead and cancel at any time. No questions asked. We're really excited about what we're building in the community and hope you are too. Go ahead and hop over to cvasps.com/community and check it out today. Hey, what's up everybody? Jay DeMayo coming at you with this week's My Thoughts Monday. And today I want to talk about something that kind of directly connects to a My Thoughts Monday I did about a month back, and that was on changing behavior. So obviously, as a person that hosts a podcast and has a couple of shows, listening to podcasts has been something that I've enjoyed for quite a while, and it's something that I've used as a resource, not just in like how we put the show together or like what we're trying to do with it, but actually as a legitimate learning experience. And people that know me know that two of my favorites outside of strength and conditioning that really do have a connection are these two business podcasts, one by Gary Vee and the other one is called the MFCEO Project. Forewarning, if you do not like language, the MFCEO Project is probably not the best place for you, but Andy puts out some really awesome stuff. And he really has given me a great idea, I think, we'll see how it works, for when it comes to, some behavior changes that we're trying to do with the student athletes that we work with. And the idea came from two of his shows, and I had to write them down so I don't miss them. The first one, like the primary driver, came off of the show MFCEO 202, and that's basically a show where he's talking about ways that you can guarantee success in things that you're doing. And he's got a notebook that he's selling that you could use for it, and I'm sure it's really nice and everything. But so what I did instead is we ordered a bunch of these from Office Max for some of the guys. So what they do now is they're going to carry these around, and we sit down and we talk about what are 5 things that you can do to better yourself and to give you a better opportunity to be successful as a college basketball player. So this can be anything. It can be whatever you want, however you want. The only thing that I say is it's got to be pass-fail, right? So it can't be like something that's subjective, and I don't want it to be something that like could be limited for some odd reason. So like adding 5 pounds to every lift in the weight room, I don't think would be a good one, because fatigue and all those other things, and it's, you know, and eventually you're going to hit a spot where you just can't keep going. So things like, I'm going to add another vegetable to lunch, or I'm going to drink another glass of water with lunch, or I'm going to be in bed by this time, or I'm going to take a 30-minute nap at least once during the day. You know, things like that. I'm going to go make 100 free throws. I'm going to whatever. But the goal is to sit there and come up with 5 different things that initially I would like to be pretty easy to do, not groundbreaking, world-changing alterations to their life, because again, we know that if it's too big of a change in their life, chances are they're not going to stick with it. So we want to make it sure that it's something small, simple. Did you do it or not? Check the box if you did it. If you didn't, don't check the box. If you check all 5 boxes, you won the day. If you check one specific box 21 days in a row, well, that's basically a new habit, right? So we need to increase that or change that or do something different there to keep moving forward. So I'm really excited about that. I think that that'll be really neat. I'm really hopeful that they'll dive into this and, you know, be aggressive with it in a way and really push forward through it. You know, it's hard for anyone, let alone an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, to look at, you know, something like that and say, man, I'm really bad at this, or man, I need to do better at that, or, you know, especially in today's day and age where they're living off the like and all this and that. So I'm excited and hoping that that goes through. And then another show is that of Andy's is also part of this, and that's the MFCEO Project, or MFCEO number 179, and that one is aptly titled 100 to 0. So with this on top of it, right, so you would write the date and your 5 things, but next to the date, I want them to write their why. I want them to write something that's been said, someone, something that's driving them. Because there has to be more to it other than just the simplicity of eating vegetables is going to make me play better. You know what I mean? So it can be anything. And Andy in that one talks about how, you know, a lot of people think holding a grudge or holding a grudge might not be the right way to term what he said, but like keeping track of like the shit people say, or like when they tell you you can't do things, or you're not good enough, or this and that, like people think like you should let that roll off your back. And he's basically saying, no, that should be your driver. That should make you want to do more. That should make you want to be better. And that should make you want to run the score up, because he wants to win 100 to nothing. Now, albeit 100 to nothing would be pretty extreme and pretty interesting, but I understand what he's saying. Is it's like, okay, I'll show you. And I think that that's important. I think having that chip on your shoulder, especially at our level, you know, when we're not getting the McDonald's All-Americans, when you're not getting the 4-star, 5-star guys that are, you know, automatically going to have some sort of pro career, that need to work, that need to develop, that need to have some kick in the butt at times, to get to where they need to go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try it out every day. They're going to write down their why, whatever it is, and then they're going to go and they're going to write their 5 things, and they're going to hopefully check them off, and they're going to get a lot of wins. I'll try to keep you guys updated with how this goes. I'm actually really excited about it, and I hope that it's something that, you guys are listening to this, and it's something that you could take and help with at least one of the people that you work with, because it's really novel. And when you hold yourself accountable to writing it down in the book every morning, the likelihood of you doing it, I've seen for myself, goes through the roof. If you let yourself slack on it, it doesn't happen. So it's a good exercise for them to work on being accountable to themselves and to be better for each other. And, hopefully this drives them to better decisions and better habits and doing things better that helps them become better at what they really want to be better at, and that is playing basketball. So, yeah, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you guys some ideas, spark some discussion, bring some things to the table for you and the people that you work with. As always, guys, thank you for everything you do for us here at Central Virginia Sport Performance. We'll be back next week with another My Thoughts Monday. We'll see you then.